Hi, my name's John, and welcome to Great Digicams. This time, it's not so much about a point and shoot, but an older camera that is quite popular. It's a Pentax K100D Super. It's 6 megapixels and uses an SD card. I'm not sure the highest capacity. This is a 1 gig, so it's more than enough. Images are not that big. You can shoot in RAW with this also. It has an APS-C sensor, which is, like I said, 6 megapixels. And it uses AA batteries, which you can get anywhere, which is nice. But they don't last that long. I found that going on like 2 bike trips, after that, it's less than half of a charge. So you can get rechargeable CRV3 batteries, and I have some right here. I got these on Amazon, and I think it came with a charger. But in this case, I charged these for a few hours, and I put them in the camera, and the camera wouldn't come on, so I'm not sure what happened. But that's always an option. This camera has a lot of capabilities, like most DSLRs nowadays. It can do bracketing, where you take an underexposed image, you shoot regular exposure and then overexposed, and then you combine it in Photoshop. They call it HDR, high dynamic range, and then it makes a nice picture where you can see all the detail in the shadows, and then the bright whites, you have a lot of detail as well. And I don't know, that kind of went out of favor, the HDR images, because they were so gaudy and too colorful and unrealistic, in my opinion. But anyway, you have that option on this camera. This camera also has the standard modes that you can go in. It has auto, screen, program, which is almost like auto, and TV, which is shutter priority, aperture priority, manual, and bulb. And then you have no flash, nighttime, sports. It's a macro, landscape, and portrait. So I basically just use this camera in aperture mode. You just set the aperture, and the camera will set the shutter speed. And you can set the ISO to auto if you want. The ISO range on this camera is only from 200 to 3200, and I would not recommend taking pictures at the high ISO range because you have a lot of image noise. It doesn't look good. But very well built camera, magnesium alloy body, I believe. I got this for $68 at Goodwill online, shopgoodwill.com, and it was a pretty good deal. I would say if you can get this for $80 with a lens, I mean, maybe the prices have changed now. I know everything has gone up, but this is like the kit lens, the 18 to 55, f3.5 to 5.6. And it takes good pictures and makes good pictures, and it's interchangeable, obviously. You can also get the manual focus Pentax lenses, the older ones that fit this. The only thing is you have to manually focus with this camera, which is not difficult. You just adjust the focus ring. Of course, you have autofocus manual right here, the switch. You would have to set that in manual and then adjust it until the green rectangle in the center will light up and you'll hear a beep, and the images come out as good or better than this lens. So I like this camera. The only downsides to this, to me, are the batteries. They don't last long, and it's only 6 megapixel. But other than that, it's worth having. It's a cheap price, and it works great for social media. It does not take video, as far as I know. I don't see anything for video, and you wouldn't want to take video on this camera anyway. It's 2006 when this came out. So image stabilization, like I said, it's quite nice. But there you have it. That's pretty much it. It's just an overview of this camera. I thought I would share. I know there's probably a lot of other YouTube videos where you can find out about this camera. But yeah, that's it. And after this overview, I'm going to show you some pictures that I took in the backyard You can be the judge for yourself to see if it's something that you might be interested in buying a camera like this to take pictures. Just to travel, it's nice too. And you can always upscale your images using Photoshop or open source software like Upscale. I believe it's Upscayl. And yeah, so enjoy the pictures and let me know what you think. Until next time, have a nice day and a nice week.